Welcome back. It's a big weekend here in Salisbury coming up. A lot on the line. Obviously, we've been talking a lot about high school playoffs. Now we got to move to college, Brandon.
Yeah, exactly. Plenty of hardware is on the line for the Gulls this weekend. SU just 2 wins away from returning to the College World Series. Gulls up 5-0. Big man Scott Cameron makes matters worse for Rowan. This ball crushed deep left field. Out of here. Cameron with the solo shot. Gulls lead 6-0. Cameron crushed that ball. Cue the home run celebration. Bam! There we go. All right, but he wasn't the only Gull to go yard in this contest. First baseman Danny Sheeler with the crack of the bat smashes that ball over the right center field wall. Rowan doesn't even know where it went. Sheeler blasting that one. The Gulls are off and rolling. Rowan can't seem to stop the bleeding. We had to throw the home run celebration in there once again. It's just too good to leave out.
Absolutely, Brandon. SU was getting it done on the mound as Jimbo Atkins was throwing heat all afternoon. The Seagulls take game 1 of the Super Regionals over Rowan in a final score of 10-6. Amazing hits and lockdown pitching seals the deal. We spoke with head coach Troy Broham after the win and after the game, and we talked to him about this team's great performance and everyone in the bullpen stepping up.
We have a lot of confidence in our bullpen, and if you look over the past couple of years, when we won it, when we were runner-up, our bullpen was a big part of it. And we have a lot of depth down there. So if somebody comes in and maybe it doesn't look how you want it to look, we move on to the next guy. Overall, very satisfied with the way we played. Again, Rowan's a tremendous ball club, and it's going to be a tough one again tomorrow.
Now, there was a special moment in this game today as Danny Sheeler, the Conference Player of the Year, added yet another accolade as he hit this towering drive over the right field wall, and that tied the all-time program record for the Seagulls for home runs in a single season. So let's hear now from the Gulls' first baseman.
Yeah, it's definitely an honor. I mean, every at-bat when I'm up there, I'm not trying to do too much. You just got to have the mentality to have a good at-bat, be productive, hit the ball hard, whatever the situation calls for. And, it truly is an honor. But to be honest with you, like you said, I'm not thinking about it too much. And we just want to get one tomorrow and keep playing with the guys. So whatever happens with it, but, definitely is an honor.
Over to the circle now. The Lady Gulls also had game 1 of their Super Regionals, and they faced Lebanon Valley. Now, it was a 1-1 ball game in the 5th. Emily Stockman breaks the tie. We're going to see those highlights in just a second.
And SU has been one of the best teams in the entire nation this year. Ranked number 1 in the nation with 45-3 records so far. And here we go with those highlights.
Yeah, they've been great. Baseball, softball, lacrosse. It's just a great time to be an SU fan right now, especially in spring sports. Now, you see Taylor Scott races home right there. Why stop there? Now, we're going to move to the 6th. Runner in scoring position, Corrine Jacoby drops one into left center. Lindsey Windsor across the plate after this, and Gulls go up 3-1. SU takes game 1 of their best-of-3 series against Lebanon Valley. The Lady Gulls are back in action tomorrow at 1 p.m. They look to take the series in a sweep, 2-0. Now, let's go back to Brandon. He's not on the desk with me anymore. He's actually at the monitor. He has more from head man's Gulls men's lacrosse team right there, head coach. Brandon, take it away.
All right, thanks a lot, Devin. The Gulls men's lacrosse team is back in the national championship after falling to Tufts in the quarterfinals last year. They play those Jumbos once again this spring, except this time all of the marbles are on the line. I spoke with head coach Jim Berkman ahead of their matchup on Sunday for this week's Insider interview.
I guess the better question is, what don't I know about Tufts at this point after watching film for 4 days and virtually almost every game they play? We know their cast of characters, we know their tendencies, and, it's a talented team throughout. They definitely like to run up and down the field, and they're very opportunistic.
If you guys were to win the national championship this Sunday, what do you think are the things that you do well that would give you the opportunity to do that?
Obviously, the face-off X will be key. Not necessarily so much as, hopefully we would win a few more than they do, but even if we don't, that we don't give them any offense off of the face-off. everybody plays without a conscience on their team. It's like playing pickup basketball sometimes, and everybody's got the green light, which is a very unusual thing. So we got to stop the ball and respect every player on the field when they come down the field. Defending that early offense probably going to be a key to the game.
What did you learn from that loss? And it seems like you guys have really just been on a roll ever since.
You got to remember, this is in my 35 years of coaching, I've never had 5 freshmen playing, the roles that they're playing at this point, and they went to Gettysburg, the third week in February after practicing for literally 3 weeks, and they were thrown into one of the most hostile places to play. I think we're much more experienced and we know who we are, and it's always been a tradition here that it's better to play the Seagulls early than late because they always get a lot better by the end of the year.
What would it mean for you guys to be able to get Cross that ring that he hasn't won yet?
Well, I wouldn't say it would just mean Cross. I mean, I think it means a lot to a lot of people, that are out there playing today. The Thomas Ballards, that got injured and be on the sidelines, one of our great defensemen. That would mean an awful lot to a lot of guys that are out there, and as it is very important to Cross. But to their credit, they've done what they've met all comers. And they put themselves in a position to get that opportunity, on this Sunday.
And Berkman says a couple of opponents that had the same run and gun mentality this year, namely Amherst and CNU that the Gulls faced, Gulls were able to slow them down. We'll see if they can bring home that 13th trophy. Opening faceoff for Salisbury versus Tufts will be 4 o'clock coming up on Sunday. Well, when we come back, we'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Rich Werdzik for a look at your holiday weekend forecast. Plus, hear from local experts on how you can protect yourself from skin cancer as you spend time outside this summer season.
I'm state champion Yamir Knight, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.